Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, a local attorney, and what you're about to watch is pretrial. A pretrial is the third court event in the process towards resolving a criminal case. The first was first appearance, the next was arraignment. Now we have pretrial to determine if the case is ready to proceed to docket day and potentially trial, or if it can't be worked out through plea or even dismissed. At pretrial, though, facts are not as important as they are in other hearings. In this case, it's procedural. The judge is going to bring in their entire docket to make sure that the attorneys are doing what they need to do to get the cases towards a just conclusion. Some of the cases you'll see are older, some are newer. On the older ones, you may see some tension as the judges are trying to make sure the cases are moving forward, but the stakes are getting high. So that's what pretrial is. Let's go see what happens.
Okay, so he's got issues.
What is his title? I'll just double check. Chatterback. He's an officer.
Well, then,
Or a deputy. He's with the OCSO.
I'm gonna be with that thing again.
What?
I mean, he got discharged from the
What's up?
military, and let me know if restitution to him is possible. I don't know the answer to that question yet,
It says,
but
it says that.
It would be very hard to get out of that habit. It'd be like seeing like a teacher you had growing up and calling them by their first name. It'd be totally weird.
and there's not gonna be no, prison is not coming off the table. He stabs someone over 50.
Don't blame you.
So. So, and I'm telling you, if I try it, I'm trying as an attempt to learn. Damn.
Yes.
Don't look at me like that.
I'm just waiting for AJ to let me know.
Okay.
So if you want to continue,
Yep.
we'll do that.
Yeah, that's good. I also had him fill out Phoenix House application.
Okay.
I have to do it too. So we'll continue it to figure out one way or the other.
Hello. Oh, wrong person.
A friendly reminder for the court, make sure that your cell phones are on silent or turned off or airplane mode. The judge does not like loud phones. Thank you.
No one does.
I was listening to the last seal.
No one does.
Better turn.
Like a little baby.
You know what? If they get confiscated, you know, it's fine.
It's not your problem. Totally. Have you ever confiscated an attorney's file?
It's not necessary.
Yeah. No. I'm not. It wasn't a dare. My phone's on silent.
Oh, okay. I was
That's not
about to say, I was like, I
It's just like there's no point. Just take one of their phones. That would be fine with me.
you know, I'm not gonna see you sneak up there. I'm so confused.
Perfect.
No, take it home.
Yeah, it's much less intense than Monday. Far fewer cases, which is nice.
Oh, you got this finger for so long?
Not yesterday, Monday.
Yeah, Monday was so I was like, and that's just like the beginning of the
Just have one.
cycle, which is stressful.
a universal rule. I won't touch it. Okay, what can I do here? Something useful. I'm missing a bunch of things from
All rise, please. Circuit Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Terrance Ketchel presiding. Please be seated.
Mr. Garrett. Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning.
That was Malcolm.
We'll do that one next, Mr. Medina. Mr. Medina will do that next.
I have a Thomas Brundage, Your Honor. I don't think I have that Brundage.
Yes, you have J.R. That's Thomas, or Malcolm.
I'm pretty sure I have Thomas that I've met with last night.
Yes, Thomas has long hair and dreads.
Your Honor, Mr. Feckety is approaching. Chris Garrett on behalf of Peter Feckety. Case number is 22 CF 2747. Your Honor, we did a deposition of the arresting officer yesterday. What became apparent after the deposition is we need to go ahead and do depositions of the assisting officers as well. In addition, Your Honor, Mr. Feckety is currently set for a trial for his misdemeanor offense in about a week and a half. Based on all these things, we'd ask for a continuance to the next pretrial. I do not anticipate any future continuances.
Very good. State.
No objection, Judge. I believe this would be our last continuance.
Very good. We will come back on April 10th, and we'll ask the clerk references to be the last thing.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Teresa, no, she'll be leaved in 1
Are
April.
you ready on that, Mr. Medina?
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
Brigade. This is number 128. We're going out so we can get.
Oh, yeah, yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor.
We bringing him up?
He's not here. He's
not
in
here.
Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in Kentucky, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead. Just announce the case, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor, Gabriel Abel on behalf of the Office of Statewide Prosecution. This is State of Florida versus Vasily Brickage. That is case number 22CF2228. Since we were here last time, the defendant has entered pleas in 2 cases in 2 counties in Kentucky, Fulton County and Grace County. He will be sentenced on March 14th and March 25th for those cases. At this point, the state is ready to move forward, but for extradition purposes, we would like Your Honor to issue a bench warrant. I spoke to our extradition unit, and they would prefer to have an active warrant in the system. That way, once he is sentenced, and the Department of Corrections of Kentucky can pass the baton to Florida, so he can be brought to Okaloosa County.
May I respond? What is the lawful basis for this bench warrant? Because I waived his appearance today. Yeah.
That was the question I had. What basis are we issuing the bench warrant?
Well, just to get him here, and I know that defense counsel filed a waiver of appearance for this court setting, so my thought would to be reset this to March. Then at that point, he will not be here because he cannot be here. And,
Is he out on bond down here? What's the situation?
Yes, Your Honor. He posted bond here. He hasn't done anything that would allow any kind of warrant to be issued here.
well, he would be here if not for the crimes that he picked up in Kentucky.
Okay. Why don't we order him to be here? If we know he's going to be getting out, we'll order him for a court hearing. And I think there does have to be a basis for a bench warrant. I mean, I'm open to hearing what you got to say. I just, And we don't do bench warrants just for convenience.
I understand that. I would say failure to appear, but I know that defense counsel would say that he's being held in another jurisdiction. My response to that would be he became unavailable because of his actions.
He hasn't failed to appear. I filed a waiver, which is his right to waiver. I'm appearing for him, so there's no failure to appear.
Well, if Your Honor would want to issue a notice to appear and reset this for next month, and then since Your Honor would have filed a notice to appear, he will not be here. So
when is he scheduled to be completed with his action? You said he's going to be sentenced when?
So on March 14th, it's sentencing in Fulton County, Kentucky, and on March 25th, it's a sentencing for Graves County.
Are you anticipating that he's going to be incarcerated based on those sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor. I've spoken to both prosecutors on those cases. In one case, he will be he entered pleas for 2 years in Kentucky State Prison, and in the other one, it will be 5 years.
His appearance here will be an impossibility without some sort of lawful pursuit of a process beyond a failure to appear at something he can't appear at because he's in Kentucky prison.
Your Honor, Florida has adopted the interstate compact on detainers. Once he is sentenced, that under Florida law, we can bring him here. And under that compact, there is an avenue for this court to issue either, if you want to call it a notice of appeal, or warrant some way to bring him here, because there has to be.
I don't disagree with you. I'm just trying to figure out the proper way to get it. And I'm asking you, you asked for a bench warrant, and this is outside of our normal process. So just a matter of curiosity. I agree. I mean, if he's in up there, he's got to be brought back in. So let's do a notice to appear. Will they bring him down with a notice to appear?
I would speak to our extradition unit, but I would hope so.
Okay.
I've moved to continue to the next pretrial. And if counsel wishes to file some sort of motion for relief, he should properly notice it. And then I can do research.
Well, why don't we go ahead and order the notice to appear, and if you come up with some issue otherwise, you can file something. He's in custody. It's a matter of process that we're trying to do. It's not like we're offending his constitutional rights. He's in jail. He's going to be sentenced to federal prison. We're just trying to get him down here to allow for him to deal with his legal issues down here. Now, I don't see anything improper about that.
And the state's concern is, and I'll hand it to the court, after he is sentenced in Kentucky for these state charges, ICE also has a hold on him. He is a Romanian national. So our preference is to Florida for him to be here, to be held accountable, and for him to get his day in court here before immigration gets a hold of him.
Well, get a notice to appear. And we do these. We can do it on a miscellaneous. What are we going to do when he gets down? We're going to hold him until what?
Well, the state is ready to move forward with trial.
Your Honor, I don't even have discovery.
Your Honor, so just for the record, the state filed its discovery exhibit in August of last year. I also sent the files. The AG's office has a large file share portal. I sent those files with the items listed to his email, to his office. So the statement that he has not received discovery is not accurate.
I don't have a bit of videotape of all these alleged thefts all across the state of Florida. So
those were sent to his office.
We're going to go ahead and put it on our radar site. So what we'll do, we have criminal jury trials every other month in Okaloosa County, in MARTA, each docket. Okay, so this is our cycle for this month. He's not here. We're going to come back on April 10th for pretrial. That will be ramping it up for if the state's wanting to proceed forward with the trial. At that point, you're letting everybody know, hey, we're ready for trial. you can come in and say, I'm not ready, and we'll deal with it like we do every other case.
Your Honor, I can just advise the court, this is a multi-county situation.
Mr. Medina, I'm open to what you're saying.
right.
I'm not going to make a ruling in advance. You're saying you're not prepared. I understand that. But, I mean, they put you on notice and give you a couple months. We'll see where we're at. Maybe you may be 100% correct. If they're not ready, they don't have the, if they haven't had the opportunity to do that, we'll argue about it.
And obviously, if Mr. Medina wants to speak to his client and see whether he's open to a negotiated plea, if not, this will be going to trial. And I understand that Mr. Medina probably hasn't dealt with a multi-jurisdiction case before, but just because there's many counties doesn't mean that this has to be prolonged more.
You know, with all due respect, if I choose that I need to do depositions in another county, that's not your prerogative to tell me what I'm supposed to do.
And that's why we'll come back in the regular order of business on the pre-trial, and we'll have that discussion. It's not going to be an automatic trial. It will be like everything else. You know, that everybody has the right to get discovery, the same protections that the defense would have. But you also have the right to try and get this thing to trial, as every one of the other state prosecutors does.
The normal process is all the state is asking for.
And you will receive it, as will the defense. So we'll continue this matter until April 10th at 9 a.m.
Is that the next pre-trial?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's my only case on may I be excused. Thank you, Your Honor. Sure. Have a good day.
Okay. Mr. Brown.
Thank you, Judge. I just have one case before the court. Jacqueline Erickson, it's 23 CF 2787. She is not incarcerated, Judge. This is the first time I'll be asked to continue to the next pre-trial. The state's reviewing the case for a diversion. Do we want to put it on
non? This to 4, and we'll continue. We'll put it on the non-inmate case when we get this situation. What we've got on the phone.
Okay. What was that date?
4/8, April 8th.
April 8th. Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Ms. Merrifield.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. You know Mr. Flaherty's cases first?
Everything I have today should be listed under Mr. Flaherty.
Okay. Here.
My first case is Matthew Coffey. And Judge, that's 23 CF 2480. Mr. Coffey is present. We're ready for trial, Judge.
Your Honor, can we approach the bench, please?
Please approach.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery.
So we will continue this matter to docket date, which is next week, 2/19.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
The next case, Judge, I have is James Urquhart. And Mr. Urquhart is approaching in 23 CF 1744, 23 CF 2461. Judge, we have additional depositions on 328, so we request the April pretrial. These matters are tracking together, and it would be our intention to have them continue to do so.
That's correct, Judge. No objection to continue this to April.
Continue to April 10th.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And that's all I have this morning, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Flowers.
Your Honor, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Timothy John Attaway. Your Honor, I've spoken with the state about our need to, yes, sir. Here, Mr. Attaway, Your Honor. And as he approaches, as I mentioned to the state, there's some things that have not been completed that are in the works. We're asking that this matter be continued. It's my understanding the state has no objection to that.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Flowers and I have spoken about this, and there are some matters that need to be completed before we can set this case for
What are the
clear.
matters? The only
Can we
reason I'm
approach,
asking
Judge?
is that you answer.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestview.agent.com.
Judge, that's the matter that I have. Mr. Shaw has the other case, though it might be under my name, but Mr. Shaw served for that. Thank you.
The Deputy Susan Cole, Tim Shaw for Susan Cole. She was not transported. Right. She was not transported, Your Honor. We were asking to put this on April 10th. Some depositions, a substantial amount of depositions have already been taken. Some folks weren't available and didn't show up. They're being redone the end of April and early May. And I know the court, when we talked on Monday on some other cases about the length of time, I know our office is having trouble finding court reporters is one of the issues too. Apparently that's a thing now. I just wanted to relay that to the court. But anyway, we'd asked to put it on April 10th.
And Your Honor, I spoke with Ms. Sandler, and Ms. Sandler was anticipating a continuance and
Is
does
this
not.
a new issue that we're not getting depositions because of court reporting?
It's recently come up, Judge, where I've heard that there's a shortage.
Where is it? Go for it.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Man, I got this. Let's roll.
Fight fire with fire, take one.
Have you been injured in an accident and need righteous representation? Call us, because we fight fire. Damn thing ain't working. Whoa! Mark, cool, bro.
I'm Attorney Coy Browning. Personal injury is no joke. Just ask him.
Injured? Take a breath. Call Coy.
Continue this matter until, even though you've got the depot scheduled after May 10th, let's come back just to kind of see where everything's at, if there's anything that can be done.
April 10th. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Durrell, is he here? He might have been in the other.
Yes, sir, he's coming.
Oh, you're coming? Okay.
Please keep the volume down.
Sorry, Your Honor, I couldn't hear you.
Wow.
Your Honor, if I might call Ms. Dana Jackson first. Your Honor, we just had depositions on Ms. Jackson's case yesterday. Speaking with the state, we are trying to work out a resolution. I think we're a lot closer than we have been based off the depositions. If we can leave Ms. Jackson, do you want to leave her set for next week, or do you think you need a full cycle?
I think if we set this for next week, we can come to a resolution, just set it plea or continue.
Very good. We'll come back on docket day 219.
Second, you know what happened, okay? I'm sorry, what was that date, Your Honor?
19th, Monday.
19th, thank you. And Your Honor, next, if I may call Mr. Dennis Gomez Machado. Okay.
Very good.
Your Honor, this is case 23 CF 1833 and 1834. Similar to Ms. Jackson, I believe we're very close to a resolution with the state on this matter. If I can leave him set for the 19th without subpoenas.
Very good. We'll come back on 19th, plea or continue without subpoenas.
Thank you, Mr. And Your Honor, my next client is Mr. Dylan Asbel. I'm hoping to get a lot taken care of next week, Your Honor. The state has given me an amended offer just yesterday. I have not had a chance to discuss it with my client. If we may leave him set for next Monday, plea or continue to see if Mr. Asbel would like to accept the offer. I'll be up to see him and explain everything later today.
We'll continue this till next Monday, the 19th, plea or continue.
Okay. And our next is Mr. Tevin Bellinger, B-E-L-A-N-G-E-R. Your Honor, we recently had, well, not recently, but we tried to conduct depositions in Mr. Bellinger's case. At least one of the officers did not show. We're trying to get those rescheduled as of right now. The last date I got from Ms. Sharpless's office is a date that I already have deposition scheduled. So we're trying to coordinate, Your Honor.
So, continue to the next cycle and see where we're at. I guess that's all we can do.
If we may, Your Honor. I know.
State?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct. We do need to take the depositions, and if there's a possibility that we can work this out without having to do the depositions, well, we can always move this up. So I think continue it one cycle, and I will try to make sure that Mr. Durrell gets fit in for this case before next cycle, even if I have to create time on a Friday or something. We'll try to get this done.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Continue to the 10th. Okay.
And last, Your Honor, is Mr. Marquette Lewis. Mr. Lewis is a co-defendant with several other individuals, Your Honor. We, all the co-counsel are trying to coordinate depositions. I believe they are currently set for the 28th of March if we can have a continuance to get the depositions done.
I believe
Is that
that,
correct?
I believe that deposition date is correct, Your Honor. And I do know 100% that there has been some dates thrown around and they were working on getting them set, Your Honor.
Very
So
good.
we are.
We'll continue this matter until April 10th.
We're going to do the depositions, and then I'll come up and talk to you, okay? It should be in March. Well, I'll come up to talk to you, let you know what's going on. And I believe that's all I have, Your Honor, if I may be excused.
Appreciate it, Mr. Drew. Thank you. Mr. Rainey?
Anthony Miles.
Miles.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Is Mr. Cobb here?
I haven't
Do all
seen him
these?
yet this morning.
We do them all at one time? You're here, you signed up, so let's go.
Your Honor, before the court is State of Florida versus Anthony Miles in 1734-41. We had a round of depositions on 31 January. 9 of the 10 witnesses didn't show up. We have those tentatively rescheduled for March the 6th, which is also the week that we currently have it scheduled for trial on March the 4th. Talking with Ms. Balsaw, we agreed to reschedule the depositions for March 6th and would ask Your Honor to take it off the March 4th, put it on a date certain for the May 6th trial week.
State has no objection, Your Honor. We would ask those subpoenas go out early enough so that we can verify whether or not services.
Okay. Hold on a second. So you're wanting to go ahead and set the trial date now?
I believe Mr. Ramey's announcing for the court that everyone will be prepared to go at that point is our anticipation. Is that correct, Mr. Ramey?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And speaking for the state, we would be prepared as well.
No, I know. I was just trying to put that on the record. If you could. And I have some more stuff for you too.
Okay, so what day are we looking at?
Judge, so Ms. Balso had indicated that you had a trial docket start on May the 6th.
Okay. I don't have I can't pull my calendar up.
I believe it's next cycle, whatever next cycle.
Okay, very good. We'll continue this. So we're gonna, so we'll just come back in April
On free trial?
on free
Yes,
trial.
please, Your Honor.
And then we'll basically stand, so we'll continue this till 4:10. Okay. Thank you very much. I think that's all you got, isn't it?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
May I the excuse, Your Honor?
I'm sorry?
May I the excuse? Thank you, Your Honor.
About a gas station.
We need to hold Mr. Miles because he's got a couple others and the attorneys aren't here yet.
I've also had the gas man.
Yes, Mr. Cobb here? He's not here.
Mr. Cobb, Judge.
Mr. Cobb.
I had him under the name.
There are 3 attorneys, 3 separate cases. The other attorneys aren't here yet.
Yes, sir.
We'll come back when the other attorneys get here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Ray. Ms. Dudley?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Beltran? The first one I have is Damian Beltran at 22 CF 2552 and 22 CF 3063. We got resent the body cameras to make sure we have everything for me to review, and we just got some transcripts from our last depot. I am going to work on some motions, so I ask for a continuance in these cases.
What are the motions you're anticipating?
Motion to suppress, motion to dismiss.
Okay.
That's what we spoke about, Your Honor. No objection to continuing this to April.
So you anticipate being able to get those motions in before?
Yes, sir.
Our next cycle?
Yes, sir.
The only reason I'm asking, we're like over a year out.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
And Your Honor,
anticipating-
Ms. Dudley is not the first defense attorney on this case, Your Honor, just to remind the court.
I understand, but we still want to find resolve.
Yes, sir.
Not-
I'm going to get, no.
I appreciate you saying that, and I'm not in any way, when I say you were over a year late, that's not like, well, you did something wrong. It's
Yes,
just
sir.
that I'm trying to
No, I understand.
get these cases moving.
Oh, yes, sir.
Don't- I appreciate you telling me that.
And what was
We'll
that
come back
for?
on, we'll continue this to May 10th.
What was the court date, Your Honor?
May 10th.
May 10th. April 10th? You said,
April.
yes, sir.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the next one happens Malik Coward in 23 CF 2274. Your Honor, we are set for tomorrow for a motion to compel, as I'm still waiting on some discovery. I'm going to ask for continuance for today, and then he'll be brought back tomorrow for the motion hearing.
Very good. This is the first time, so we'll continue to 4:10. April 10th.
The next one I have is Joseph Creech, 23 CF 1773, 23 CF 2749, and 15 CF 2837. Your Honor, we are still missing some discovery. I have emailed the state about it. I've talked to Mr. Losco yesterday. He's working on getting me those items, so we'd ask for a continuance.
That's correct, Judge. Ms. Dudley and I are working together to get that discovery to her.
Have depositions been, or are you waiting for the discovery?
I want to get the discovery first so I can set them, because the discovery is the evidence in this case. One of the cases is based only on a still photo or a video. We don't have that information.
Very good. We'll continue all these cases till 4:10.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And Mr. Wright is on his way up.
Okay. You need me to pass him for a second?
If you have any other business.
I just had that one case. He's a juvenile, Your Honor, to get them.
Okay.
So it takes a little bit.
Okay, when he gets up here, we'll get Ms. Dudley.
Yes.
Ms. Graham?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Ms. Graham.
Tricia Graham on behalf of Malcolm Brundage. He's here on 4 cases, Your Honor. There's 23 CF 2707, 2598, 2475, and 2474. I believe he's being brought up. Your Honor, I was just appointed to this case last week. I've already met with Mr. Brundage and I've spoken with the state, Ms. Sharpless. We received the discovery just yesterday. This is our first pretrial. I believe we have both an agreement to set it for the next cycle for pretrial.
Very good. This is the first time up, so the court will continue until April 10th, 9 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And next I have Joseph Graham. And he has 2 cases, Your Honor, 22 CF 2383 and 22 CF 1985. I've spoken with the state, Mr. Losco, on this case. I was recently appointed after several attorneys and we received discovery. May we approach on this case, Your Honor?
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
The Cottage Formalware, located at 648 North Wilson Street, has all your needs for looking your best. We have homecoming, prom, and pageant dresses. We have tux rental suits, vests, ties. Need something casual? We have that too. Shop Hometown First and visit us on Facebook at the Cottage Boutique and Formalware. We're located at 648 North Wilson Street. Call 850-682-2446.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict of $11.5 million for your client from a death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AV preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell works tirelessly for his clients, as is evident by this extraordinary verdict. If you're taking your case to trial, be prepared. Contact Dixie Dan Powell and Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667.
Cyclone Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Home Street.
Based on the discussion with the attorneys, the court will go ahead and continue this matter until April 10th. The next cycle, I know there's some ongoing discovery and some other issues that still need to be resolved. Okay?
Thank you, Judge. And that concludes my case. This may be excused.
Thank you very much. Mr. Baker. Who is this?
I thought it was Miss Griffith.
This is your, this is Miss Dudley's.
No, I have Wright, but Brown was labeled as with Ms. Griffith.
Michael Griffith is the attorney.
Griffith, not here. All right. That's Griffith. My apologies.
That's all right.
Grant. That's
all right. That was the next one. That was the next attorney update. Still you?
As soon as he gets here, we'll call you back.
Yeah, this is Nazir Wright in 23 CF 321. We were waiting on discovery for social media. I believe the state sent me some links yesterday. I have not had a chance to download those. And we just received a depot transcript, so I would ask for a continuance. I want to be able to review that social media information and transcript and get a motion to suppress and dismiss filed.
That is what we talked about, Your Honor. No objection to this going to April.
And again, same kind of question, probably we can get this motion suppressed in the...
Yes, it'll be within the next couple weeks, Your Honor.
Okay. Are you relatively new to the case, Ms. Dudley?
This one, no, I've had it for a while.
Okay.
It just took us a while to get all the discovery.
Okay, very good. We'll continue this till 4:10, and we'll be looking for the motion to suppress.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I think he has another case with Mr. Niddle, I believe. I don't know if he's handled that or not.
He does?
Yes, so he will need to be kept until Mr. Niddle can handle that case.
Mr. Niddle's not here. Yeah, okay, thank you for telling me.
Oh, Your Honor, one thing, there was one case that was on the docket, Angelique Johnson. We continued it. I had previously filed a,
Hold on, let me find
yes, sir. I'll get a case number.
Yeah, Angelique, yeah.
Yeah, 23 CF 1991 and 15 CF 2330. The state wanted me to address, I filed a motion to compel. That motion is now moot. We did get all the discovery on that case.
That is now moved?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, do we need to?
No, we don't need to do anything else. They just wanted me to address it on the record.
Okay. Does the clerk, did you get that?
Yeah. Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have.
Appreciate it. Mr. Cobb, Mr. Miles came up already once. There's another, let's see, we've got three. I just want to make sure we aren't waiting, get them all done. Hold on. Is Mr. Henderson here? Attorney Henderson? Tony Henderson?
Your Honor, I don't believe he's planning on being, he does have something on the docket, I think, but on Mr. Miles's case, that case was consolidated officially by the court into the human trafficking case of Mr. Ramey. They just, for some reason, it just still shows up on the docket that way.
And clerk, can you, so that would be 2019 CF 3289 should have been the one with, consolidated with, I'll give you that case number.
Your Honor, what it appears happened is it was filed in the case that was being consolidated into the human trafficking case, so it's reflected on the clerk's site with a signed order. It was just never merged into the other case on benchmark. So
that's what we're looking at.
And I believe Mr. Ramey's going to file a motion to sever later on, so we'll get to that when we get to it.
Okay, so we'll make sure that gets done. Mr. Cobb, let us go. We can go. Mr. Miles.
Mr. Miles?
Miles.
And Your Honor, I'm appearing for Mr. Paul Gillespie for the state.
I'm sorry?
I'm appearing for Mr. Gillespie on this case for the
Okay.
state.
Anthony Miles, yes, sir. Judge Jason Cobb on behalf of Anthony Miles. I believe it was 2020 CF 1370 or 21 CF 1370.
It is 2020 CF 1370.
Okay. I'm going to ask that this case continue to track along with the case that Mr. Ramey represents him on. Mr. Gillespie and I are working with each other and have exchanged offers back and forth, so the case is progressing. I did go visit Mr. Miles in jail, and he spoke to me about a possible motion to suppress that he wants me to file. I've done the research on the issue. I've got all the research here. I'm handing it to Mr. Miles in court today. Also, Mr. Miles informed me that the jail would allow him to have a thumb drive so that he could review some of the more lengthy discovery, audio recordings and videos and proffers. And I've got that with me, but I don't want to give it to Mr. Miles. I want to give it to a jail person to make sure that is acceptable. But in any event, I'm going to be asking that it's continued and tracks with the other case here at this time.
The state has no objection to that, Your Honor.
So, I understand the tracking together, that's not the issue, but we'll announce the last time this will be the last continuance, but I know we've got a number of these cases. The other case is going to go first to trial. Is that what's anticipated?
That is what's anticipated, Your Honor, yes. And I believe there are offers outstanding in both cases.
I understand there's always offers out there, but we're trying to get these cases to trial, and the offers will take care of themselves along the way if you guys come to mutual agreement. So the other case, are you in communication with Mr. Rain?
Yes, sir. I talked to Mr. Rain. Yes, sir.
So he was here already and said that basically announced for the May 6th week of the next trial cycle. So we'll continue this matter till 4:10.
Oh, Judge, can you please put an order out to the jail so they know? Because if not, they're just gonna hold it up front.
I don't understand what you're asking.
Oh,
I want you to talk to your attorney. Don't ask me. Don't talk to me directly.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to say something you don't want to say.
I'm not allowed to talk to you?
No, you're not. You're absolutely not.
I'll talk to the jail. They'll get to
Trying to protect you, Mr. Miles. Sometimes you say something, I'll put you under oath. You say something, get yourself in trouble.
Judge, I'm going to handle the
Okay, go ahead.
issue.
This way, sir.
Judge, I have Mr. Gassman. I can do that now or do it when you want.
No, we'll do it.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. We'll take it.
He has several cases on the docket, but there's one in particular that the state wants to proceed first on.
Correct.
I think it was case.
Let's wait for the defendant.
It's 21, 29, 71. Yeah, that's, 29, 71. Yes, please.
Judge, what will be the trial dates from here?
You talking about for this cycle?
Yes, sir.
This cycle, the trial date will be February 26th and March 4th, those 2 weeks.
All right. Judge, this is Barry Gassman, present for the court. He has 3 cases present here today. The one that the state wants to go to trial.
Well, let's announce them. 21 CF 2971, 21 CF 3043, and 22 CF 2298.
Yes, sir. The 2971 case is the one the state wants to proceed first on. It's the one that we've been dealing with and the one that we announced ready to go, and you said last continuous, so I'd like to leave that set for trial.
Okay, so we'll come back on docket day, which is next Monday, and ready for trial. How long do you anticipate, just loosely, having the trial take? How long would you anticipate?
1 day for me without the jury. So, Your Honor, probably a day and a half exclusive of jury selection, I would say would be safe.
Exclusive? So with the jury, a couple days, 2 days?
That'd be a good value.
Okay, just kind of trying for scheduling purposes, because we may have several cases that week.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we'll come back on docket day 219.
Thank you, Judge. Those are the 2 cases.
Oh, you got it.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. whoever jumps up fastest. Mr. Who got here first, Mr. Patel or Mr. Keach? Mr. Patel was here first. He was just in another courtroom. Mr. Patel, your name, thank you. Can we get Jared Stevens, please? We'll take it for 30 seconds. Mr. Patel, would you please announce?
Yes, Judge. Good morning, Judge. Jay Patel and Tim Shaw on behalf of Jerish Donald Stevens, 21 CF 3196. If the court recalls, we were here in December on a defense motion to exclude certain witnesses. What ended with that was the court indicating to the parties to get these depositions set and done before today. And at that point, you had denied.
Who's the state on this? I am, Judge. Okay, I just want to make sure. I didn't know who was. I want to make sure. That's all right. You don't have to come around. I just wanted to make sure that. Yes.
And so at that time, you had denied our motion to exclude witnesses, but indicated that we need to get these reset. We were able to accomplish that to some extent. We reset the depositions. We were able to get service on some people who didn't show up. We got the runaround on some different addresses from one guy where the person there indicated that he was dead. But then I got another address that they've never seen him, and then back to the address where he's dead. So what I've done is I've updated our motions to exclude and our motions for order to show cause. We've requested to get dates with the state to get that set in the next couple weeks. And then I think that we can have a fuller conversation of where we're heading from here. Additionally, I filed a motion. I went back and looked at everything. We're missing a couple pieces of evidence, so I've done a specific discovery request for those pieces. So at this point, I'd formally move to continue the case to April with the understanding that we'll be back before the court in a few weeks before April to get those motions heard.
No objection, Judge. Okay. Very good. The court will continue this till 4:10. I don't normally do this because of this is a serious case. When you talk to Eileen to set these motions, make sure that you can tell her that I said we need to get these in before April, before the April.
I think the indication from the defense was it was going to be 30 minutes each for the motions.
Yeah, I mean,
so
the only issue I'm saying is that I know we're getting a lot of motions, a lot of miscellaneous. We're trying to add days. We want to make sure that this is both the length of time and the type of case this is. We need to try and move it. And so I'm giving you a little more oomph to tell Eileen that, the judge mentioned. And then she'll probably come talk to me and all.
Very good.
Okay. We'll continue to 4:10.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. I think that's all you got, Mr.
That is, maybe excuse. This one, can I talk?
Mr. Keach or Mr. Notes? Who wants to? Mr. Keach?
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Keach.
How are you?
I may be excused. He's going to cover the only other cases.
You may. Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Before the court is Philip Lee. And we are asking.
This is case number 23 CF 1147. Go ahead.
I apologize.
That's all right. That's all right.
He has a companion case with Ms. Basso in Crestview that we're, I think, close to a resolution on, which would incorporate this case as well. That's set for the 26th. So I'd ask to move this to the April 10th pretrial if necessary.
Okay.
That's fine, Judge.
Any chance it would be done earlier, do it on docket day? No, just come back full cycle.
Hey,
Let me just say this, if you get it resolved, and, it can be placed on miscellaneous docket, we'll get it in soon. We'll continue this till April 10th, just more or less as a
okay
stopgate.
Perfect. Thank you. And Your Honor, next on the docket will be State of Florida versus Curran Flores, 22 CF 1539 and 22 CF 1562. We actually are set before Your Honor for a motion to suppress hearing next week on the 22nd at 1:30. So I'd ask to leave it set on that date, and we'll address scheduling purposes at that time necessary.
Yeah. We already have it done. I would just say we'll go ahead and just to make sure we have a status, we'll go ahead and set for the next cycle on 410 just so we have a date.
Yes, sir.
But if we need to do it earlier or whatever, we can change it.
And Mr. Gates has a couple cases as well.
Yes, Your Honor. I have 22 CF 2481 and 22 CF 2485 with Mr. Flores.
Hold on just a second.
Yes, Your Honor.
Got it. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, we'd ask the court to continue these cases to April the 10th. We've got depositions scheduled in March. My expectation is likely whatever resolution we work out will be a global resolution for all these cases.
We'll continue these cases to 410 as well.
And I will tell the court, I did check.
Did you announce the case numbers?
I did, Your Honor. Just so the court's aware, I checked the docket for next week on the 22nd. I did not see Mr. Flores on the docket at that point. I know there's a notice of hearing, but the docket on Benchmark didn't reflect him on the docket. So I wanted to make sure that we address that as well, because I know they've got that scheduled, and I'd hate for it not to happen because it wasn't there.
On your cases?
It's on my case.
Showing 22 CF 1539 is being set on the 22nd, but not the other one.
Correct.
The other one's supposed to be set.
No, just that one case is set, correct.
So that's good?
Yes, Your Honor. It sounds like we've got that. I just didn't want to.
No, I always, we want to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Yes, Your Honor.
No pun intended.
And Judge, that's all I have, I believe. Maybe.
Thank you, Mr. Chief. Mr. Noakes?
The juvenile is going to be, they've got to go downstairs to get your notes.
Okay. We'll just skip over the juvenile and then we'll go.
Judge, I've got Christopher Ballou. Judge, he's currently in Escambia County. We knew that charge was over there in the state.
Hold on just a second. I'm sorry. That's all right. Okay. Just need to define it. I'm sorry. Start again.
Christopher Ballou, 23 CF 2001, 23 CF 2029.
Okay.
State and I have agreed to continue this matter, both these cases.
You say he's over in Escambia?
Yes, sir. Oh, and that case should resolve itself by April.
Okay. And these are relatively new cases anyway, so we'll continue those till 410.
Thank you, Judge.
It's going to what date, Judge?
410. April 10th. 410.
Sorry. And then I've got the juvenile, but then I also have Andrew Cooper. Judge, I was just appointed on Mr. Cooper's case, and I filed a motion for bond hearing. I think it's set for tomorrow, or possibly I might have made a mistake and set it for today, but either today or tomorrow he's got a bond hearing.
The newest case?
Your Honor, I think he only has one case.
Correct, you're right.
I'm actually showing it's set today for bond hearing.
Yeah, the notice of hearing was set for today. I think we were going to inquire whether we had time tomorrow. I don't know what the court, how many court cases are on the court's calendar in the morning.
Judge, I'm fine with tomorrow.
What do we got? Do we have arrangements in one here? We'll do it at 2:30 tomorrow.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir. As far as the case, I need it continued because I was just appointed.
That's correct. That will continue until 4:10.
I didn't want to get into continuances, Your Honor. I'm very clear about that.
Just set it for docket day.
Okay. Very good.
Thank you.
Continue for docket.
219.
219 and 9.
Very good. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Quayshawn Jenkins.
Jenkins.
I'm going to continue for those just been appointed you off that. Judge, I was just appointed, so we're asking this to be set for 4:10.
Yeah, this is the first cycle. Continue this till 4:10.
Judge, I then have Roselle Hayden. Judge, I've got a bond hearing set for him as well. And I was just appointed on him maybe into December, 1st of January. And then we've also got depositions. So the underlying case needs to be continued. And then I think the bond hearing may be set for tomorrow. Is that right? Okay.
So we'll continue the underlying case till 4:10. We'll have our bond hearing tomorrow. Continue with the case.
And then Martavius Sorey has 3 cases. 23 CF 167, 23 CF 2585, 23 CF 2641. Judge, I've got a conflict and I had filed a motion to withdraw. The day that I got appointed, but I'm not certain if the court, even though we sent a proposed order, I'm not certain if the court has signed that or not, appointed anyone else.
So there was an order granting a motion to withdraw, but reappointed you.
But I got appointed, and I'll be honest with you, I think I got something that said I had been appointed, and my office immediately prepared on all the ones that we thought we were. So I don't know if my order, maybe one of my orders got there after you signed the one appointing me, but I've got a conflict, so we got to have somebody else appointed to the cases.
Okay. What do we need to do here today? Do we have some, who's next up?
If you'll give me who's next up, I'll put the information in the order and then send it.
Tricia Grant.
Tricia Grant, okay. Oh, he said that she's withdrawn from his case. Tricia had.
Your Honor, I know Ms. Graham also might have a conflict. She represents one of the kids and.
That's what he just said.
Yeah, Judge, she does. No, okay.
Brad Stewart.
Brad Stewart, okay. I will send the order second, Judge.
Okay, thank you very much. But we'll go ahead and continue the matter, which we'd have done anyway, no matter who the attorney was, from 4 till 4:10. Make sure that.
Judge, and then finally, other than the juvenile, I've got William Thornton.
Including the other guy who just said he didn't want Cooper.
Judge, Mr. Thornton's situation is that his dad is in bad health, and so I'd ask to leave it set for 2/19 with the understanding that ask the state to make an offer to us, knowing we're not going to trial this time. I've just been appointed, but his dad's in really bad shape. So if we could maybe
We'll continue this till docket day, which is next Monday, 9 a.m.
Without subs, Judge.
Without subs.
Thank you. Thank you. And then the last one I do have is
The state can provide an offer by then.
Your Honor, we did send a plea offer over, I believe, but if there's something we need to discuss about, okay.
Okay.
I'll be glad to listen if there's something we need to discuss.
Is that all you got, Mr. President?
Got one more. Jaden Brooks, Your Honor, 23 CF 1973.
Okay.
He,
I've got one other one too, 1974.
Yes, Your Honor.
oh, right. Okay, yes.
That's all right.
Judge, I need this matter continued. The state and I have been talking about some videos, and there's just a bunch of stuff that they have sent me, but I think there's other things that are in the process of sending me. There's huge files.
State.
That's correct, Your Honor. I just made sure that all the co-defendants' attorneys had all the same videos because I realized there was an evidence.com case that some people did not have. I cleared that up yesterday. I think everyone's on track for quick discovery, and we should be able to start depositions or negotiation.
Very good. We'll continue this matter until April 10th at 9.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Nutt. Okay. Any other private counsel that are here? Okay. We're going to go ahead and take a short break. And if we don't have, if the private counsel will continue. If not, Mr. Harper will start when we come back. Are you ready to go, Mr. Harper? Okay. Okay.
All rise, please. Court is in recess.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Days Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at dacetirepros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Man, I got this. Let's roll.
Fight fire with fire. Take one.
Have you been injured in an accident and need righteous representation? Call us, because we fight fire. Damn thing ain't working.
Oh!
Not cool, bro.
I'm Attorney Coy Browning. Personal injury is no joke. Just ask him.
Injured? Take a breath. Call Coy.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
The Cottage Formalware, located at 648 North Wilson Street, has all your needs for looking your best. We have homecoming, prom, and pageant dresses. We have tux rental suits, vests, ties. Need something casual? We have that too. Shop Hometown First and visit us on Facebook at the Cottage Boutique and Formalware. We're located at 648 North Wilson Street. Call 850-682-2446.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
It's hard.
She's like, I think that he knows what
Just look at that. The ceiling and plexing is on the sticky.
It's from dead water, we should probably drop charges.
So you want to look at the
But
jacks?
it'll definitely be depoted for like everything else, yeah. Sorry. Make sure you have your, you ever been depoted?
Yeah, for everybody else's stuff.
Yeah, it's not bad.
could go on or something. I don't know what's going to be going
For a
on.
second, it took me a second to
I just
figure
saw
out.
Michelle's email as well.
Yeah, I'm going in March because I got docket. I can't. My brain is just too full.
Docket down under there.
Yeah, trying stuff.
Yeah, I need to figure out if we're really going to have to talk.
Yeah, I mean,
You said yes to Cassie.
he needs to take Ocasio off him because he needs to be on CC.
Okay, so I'll tell him.
Yeah.
And then this is a no, I can't have a question. Okay.
I think that's not my case. Let me check. I thought that was Noah's for some reason.
Yeah, that's no. No. Sorry, Joan.
Especially since
No.
Yeah, I mean, there's 240 cases on the docket. That's what it said, that's about 240 cases, I don't know how many defendants, how many inmates you got.
All right, please. Circuit Court is back in session.
Please be seated. Mr. Powell, then we'll do Mr. Nichols. Good morning. Good morning.
First matter I have is Stephen Cooper. It's 22 CF 1747. If we could make this clear continue on docket day. The state has made an offer. We're hoping to have a resolution on docket day.
Okay. How about plea or trial on docket day? Because you guys announced last time. Looks like the state's bobbing, looking like they're ready to go. So is there a reason why we're not wrapping this up for, hey, we want you, if you all want to resolve, it's between you all two.
Sure.
I mean, you know, the court's always, that's fine, but.
I am covering this one today. I know Mr. Powell is in trial in Panama City, so I would ask it to be clear continue. I understand it is an older case, we need to resolve it, but we can address it.
We're going to continue this thing till docket day. If Mr. Powell wants to come in and argue why, give us some reason, but
sure.
there needs to be a reason.
For sure.
If we announce the last continuance, and then we go to the next one and it's not the last continuance, then why are we announcing last?
Sure, I understand.
So, anyway, so we'll come back and hopefully you guys can resolve it. If not,
Ready. One way or the other.
State's ready.
Okay. This next matter is David Hahn, and this is on the docket under Michael Riley. Last name is Hahn.
Sure.
Which one?
It's 22 CF 861.
What number is this on the docket?
It's 42 on my docket.
JJ will take number 30.
Do you have any, are you covering any other cases, Mr. Powell?
I am covered for Mr. Griffith as well.
Okay.
And
Just for the,
that would be
so
Trevor.
they can be bringing up the.
That'd be Trevor Brown.
Okay. We'll do that one next.
On? Yes, sir.
Mr. Powell.
Judge, on Mr. Hahn's matter, we had an NGI evaluation done, and the state has filed an order to get a second eval done. That is underway. So we're asking for a joint continuance while the second eval is being completed.
That's correct, Judge, and just so the court is aware, I forwarded all the information that the expert needs to go ahead and conduct that evaluation, so I will keep the court apprised when we get that.
Very good. Court will continue this matter till 4:10, 9 a.m. In order to complete the evaluation.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
For Michael Griffith, be Trevor Brown.
Trevor Brown.
And on Mr. Brown's matter, we have depositions scheduled in April. I represent the co-defendant, Brandon Lanew, which was continued on Monday. Depositions in both cases are set for April 3rd.
State.
Your Honor, Ms. Sandler was expecting a continuance and she doesn't object.
Are you anticipating, or does it look like these are the last, I'm not going to hold you to this, but are you anticipating these are the last depositions? Will this complete discovery? Assuming you don't discover something?
Sure. There is at least one more round after these depots. And we're doing at least 5 to 10 witnesses per round. This is the 3rd round. I think we're going to have one last round after this one.
Well, I appreciate you letting me know, because we're trying to track these things. Okay, we'll continue this until 4:10 and 9.
Thank you, Judge. That concludes my business this morning. Have a good day. Hey, Trevor.
Counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dustin Harsher for the record. I'm covering a few cases for Attorney Tony Henderson this morning, Judge.
Okay.
I believe he's already been called, but we had Anthony Miles, case number 19 CF 3289. Did you see what happened on that case?
I understood this was the one that was merged.
Consolidated. Yes, sir.
Consolidated.
Okay.
This is actually not a separate case, so.
It's been merged in, okay.
It was
It
previously
was
consolidated.
set up, it was improperly, I'm not blaming anybody, but it ended up being 3 separate cases on today's docket. 2 of them were actually merged previously, it just didn't make its way on the docket. So
Understood, Your Honor. And what was that date continued to?
It's 410.
410?
Yeah, it's continued to 4:10.
All right, thank you, Judge. The other case I have is DeMarcus Smith. That's 23 CF 1162. And it might be under.
So you got it.
I don't believe he was transported, Your
He
Honor.
was not transported?
This is the one that we've had issues every time I've appeared
Right,
before
he
you on
actually
this
is not
case.
listed as being in, where is he at?
Your Honor,
Hey.
the court will remember this case. This is the case where the defendant gave a fake name when he was arrested. The name he gave was Robin Kinnell. He was booked under that name, then they did an AKA, and it has caused every time it comes up for pretrial an issue in transport. Last time the court ordered the jail to transport him, and we had to take it in the afternoon. I don't know if the court wants to handle it that way, but we had a substantial problem getting him to court every single time. Certainly, the state's position is that he has a right to be here.
Is there a waiver filed?
I believe we have filed a waiver, Your Honor.
Filed a waiver, then you don't have to be. This is a procedural matter. It is not one of those.
I'm not 100% certain without having the the clerk's cite in front of me, Your Honor, though, so I don't want to speak falsely on the record on that.
But we do know that he's at the jail. He is under a different name.
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the name he's under again?
Robin Kinnell, Kinnel. Robin with one B.
I'm sorry.
Robin with one B.
Okay.
There's no waiver?
No waiver.
All right.
So we'll bring him back this afternoon after 1:30, and puts an inconvenience for you, but
yes, Your Honor.
I don't know what to do.
I have.
What is the situation with this case?
Well, Judge, we announced last continuance last time. The state is in the process of making sure all of its subpoenas have been served. I'd like to set this for docket day. That way we can go ahead and start getting it teed up for trial.
And I'd be
in that situation. I think your client needs to be here to hear that. If we're ready this same trial, and next week he said, "Oh, I didn't realize we were going." He needs to have here to be able to communicate with you and have his say. That's
I understand.
We're all about preserving rights here. That's a big part of what this process is involved with.
I understand, Your Honor.
I know it's inconvenient.
I do have depositions scheduled in Pensacola at 2 o'clock.
If you can get anybody else to cover for you.
I might be able to see if somebody could cover out here, but my anticipation
That's what I
is.
mean, cover here. I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
You are just announcing this, but I just want to make sure that, have you been in communication with him?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're covering.
I was here last time whenever it was brought back in the afternoon, and
I mean, have you or Mr. Henderson been in communication with this client since?
I believe Mr. Henderson's been out to see him, Your Honor. Out of the jail. My anticipation is I'm agreeing with the state, set it for clear trial on docket
I don't
days.
mind doing that, but I think he has to be here, and he has the right to be here.
Absolutely.
When we're teeing one up for a trial, and these are very serious charges, these have been mad, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there any possible way, I know there's required notice for these kind of things, but could we get them pulled up on Zoom at the jail or anything like that?
No, not really want to do.
Okay, all right. I'll make sure somebody's here in the afternoon, Judge. Is that it?
I'm sorry. It's not your fault.
I understand, Your Honor. We tried to resolve the issue with the jail, but
I really am sorry we haven't come back.
understand. What time is that?
The state would not be opposed to Mr. Harsher attending via Zoom. Would the court be inclined to do that?
I could give the court my phone number and appear by phone. Just trying to get the best resolution, Your Honor.
I think your client has the ability to talk.
Understood.
We'll come back to try and do it. If you tell me when you want to, we're going to do it at 1:30 first up for you. If you want to do it late or something, if you'll let me know now, we'll arrange come up a little later or whatever. We'll try and accommodate your schedule this afternoon.
I appreciate it, Judge.
If we could get another run from the jail before lunch, we'd do that. But we don't.
I understand.
I don't think they've already gotten anyways.
It's just the nature of the case, Your Honor. I understand. I'll make sure somebody's here at 1:30.
I will get the inmate number to the court deputies, that way they can radio the jail.
Okay. Very good.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. I believe that's all I have before the court.
Thank you. Mr. Niddle?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Mr. Davis?
Could you announce the case, Mr. Niddle?
Judge, this is Chase Davis. I spoke with him yesterday at the jail. We are set for depositions on April the 4th in this case. And I've also been in contact with Ms. Sharpless. We are trying to work something out in this case. We need to continue this to whatever your next pre-trial conference is.
Our next pretrial is the 10th of April.
4/10.
That's right after the deadline. If you are able to get a resolution before then, you certainly can take a plea on earlier on miscellaneous docket. That's the next full cycle.
I don't think that's probable, but I appreciate it, Judge.
Very good. Thank you.
Johnson.
Judge approaching is Mr. Greg Johnson. Mr. Johnson's got two cases on 23 CF 778, 23 CF 779. In 778, Judge, we have filed a motion to suppress and an amended motion to suppress. The state filed a motion to strike my original motion, and I filed another amended motion, and I intend to, after going through the search warrants, I will be filing a second amended motion to suppress, and I will get with your assistant and Ms. Bosall to set these for hearing.
Your Honor, the state has reviewed the amended motion to suppress, and we still believe it's still legally insufficient. So we'll wait until he files the next one and then address it, whether or not we still wish to strike it or not. But I would also like to say that we should get on with Ms. Boxall and at least get on your calendar.
Well, I tried to get on the calendar. She sent me an email saying that she had to get me and Ms. Bosall on the phone at the same time.
That's the way she always
Right.
says it.
It's our legal assistants. They don't need us.
Yeah, you don't have to be on the phone.
I am my legal assistant.
Well, then fine, then you need to be on the phone. You gotta do your job well. That's the way we sit here.
That's fine. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah,
I understand that was what, that's, after she filed a motion to strike, if you would send me an email, tell me what your problem is with the new motion to suppress, but I don't want to keep going back and forth.
I can do that. I will do that this afternoon or over here.
But we'd just like to set this over.
Yeah, believe me, we want to try and get it. I mean, I want to keep bringing this up, but you guys announced the last time was the last.
Well, getting the transcription of the court report was the problem.
Okay. Well, I'm not holding you to the last. I'm just letting you know that you guys did tell the court that I didn't.
The state's ready, Judge. I mean,
yeah. So we'll continue this matter till 4:10, and hopefully we'll get a hearing or do something to get these.
I'll get that amended motion filed as soon as I hear from Mr. Bosall.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Marion Pride.
Hold on. Mr. Nichols. Go ahead. It's not your point.
We're here on 23 CF 322. I have sent a proposal to the state. I would ask to set this on the docket day. We're prepared for trial at this point. The state indicated Monday that they have a big Facebook download. They sent me a notice yesterday about the Facebook download, but I haven't received it yet. But as far as I'm concerned, we're ready for trial. We sent a proposal to Ms. Sharpless to try to resolve this. If we can set this for you, whatever that is.
Your Honor, can we approach it, please?
Sure.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Dave's Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at davestilepros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in.
There's some outstanding evidence that's still being analyzed by the FDLE. Court will grant a continuance. Would it be beneficial to, I mean, if you all, are you all in discussion, want to come back for a plea or continue on docket day? I mean, is that something, are you all in discussion, or do we're talking about getting ready for trial, then
I'll be happy to have a
docket day would be helpful.
I did not see an actual plea offer or sentence offer from Mr. Niddle, but certainly if he wants to discuss that with me before
You
Monday.
think it would be beneficial, Mr. Niddle?
Well, Judge, I think I'm going to be here Monday anyway, so.
Okay. So we'll come back on 219 for a plea or continue.
I know Mr. Fry
Without
wants to
subpoena.
resolve this.
Sure.
I'll see you Monday. Judge, approaching Mr. Westbrook's, we are ready for trial on the arson case.
Would you announce the case
Oh, I'm
number?
sorry.
Sorry.
He's got two case numbers, Judge.
23 CF 1148, 23 CF 2080.
That's correct.
Okay.
And on the arson case, which I believe is 2080, or no, I'm sorry, that's 1148. We would announce ready for trial. I think the state's ready as well, but I sent a proposal to Mr. Losco trying to resolve this. We can just set this over to Monday and see what happens.
I would agree with that, Judge. We certainly are looking at trying the arson case first, unless subpoenas are out. If we could set this for docket day, plea trial, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Come back to docket day, plea or trial.
And the state did receive Mr. Niddle's counteroffer.
Okay. The docket day will be at 219. Clear trial. Right? That's right.
Yeah, he's a juvenile. At least they told me he was a juvenile. Judge, this is Nasir Wright. He's here on case 23 CF 2115. We have depositions set in this matter for March the 28th. We would need to set this over to the April 10th date to see if we can resolve this.
Very good. This relatively new case will continue this till 4/10, April 10th, 9 a.m.
Depositions set on March 28th. All right. Okay. I'll try to see you yesterday if we can get you out.
Okay.
That's all I had, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Minovsky. Mr. Harper. Actually, we have a couple, you want to get the ones without attorneys? What's that? 2 pro se? Yes, that's what I was saying. John Chapman is one. You can bring up Chapman, the process. They're bringing, and then the other one is Clark. Sherry.
Your Honor, they do actually both have attorneys, but I'll wait till they come out to explain what's going on, or remind the court what's going on.
So, Chapman's downstairs, so I have to be brought up.
Okay. Who are their attorneys?
So, Mr. Medina, these are traffic offenses that are coinciding with the criminal case. Mr. Medina has both of them. Mr. John Chapman and Sherry Clark are listed as no attorney on these TR cases. That's what the judge is referring to right now.
Oh. I have 2 cases on the docket. They happen to be, they're TR cases, and they're
tracking with the CF case.
Yes.
Tracking with your case.
Ms. Clark.
I didn't realize that until.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Clark, I think, will be here for an appearance. It's just going to be a continuance this afternoon.
Why don't we just hold them? Oh, she's here.
I can call her.
Let's go ahead and do it. Sure.
And then Chapman is, I think, for tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
So do I not need Mr. Chapman brought up?
Is Chapman on this afternoon?
We don't need him for today. I don't know why he would be here today.
I mean, he is here, so he was on the transport list.
Well, hold on a second.
No, because we.
Hold on. I don't have him on my list today. We can just bring him on.
Steve Medina with Sherry Clark. I'm sorry I don't have the case.
I'll get it for you. It is, the new law charge is 22 CF 2896, and the VOP is 21 CF 3182.
Yes, Your Honor. We've been, unfortunately, for a number of cycles, engaged in a very drawn-out process to get medical records relating to Ms. Clark. Where we are is that there are multiple Eglin-related entities, because this happened on Eglin property. Our investigator has gotten information from one of them that led to 3 others, and she's working on subpoenas and stuff, and we just don't have it. It's critical information, and we need to continue this case. I'm hoping we'll bring it in for a landing. We have an expert all lined up who's reviewed everything. There's voluminous records that we do have, so I think everything will fall into place very rapidly once we have this missing stuff, but it's critical information. It's a serious case.
It is a serious case. Hey?
Your Honor, I do recognize the age of the case, but I don't have an objection to this. I do hopefully need this moved by next cycle, Mr. Medina. Let me know if I can help getting
Yes, I mean, one of the problems is the court and the state's aware is that we're dealing with federal related entities at least, but hopefully they'll be forthcoming and that we don't have log jams. But I will advise Ms. Sharpless if we think the state support on subpoenas or whatever would be of assistance. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate the efforts to try and bring this in. It looks like progress, even though it's difficult. It's a difficult case, and we can't change where the event occurred in jurisdiction. So we'll try and, believe me, everybody wants to resolve it, including the defendant, but the state as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you very much.
Your Honor, will be April
10th.
10th at 9 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Owens?
Victor Stanton. Judge, I'm James Owens, and I represent Victor Stanton. He's charged with a homicide-related case.
Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry.
As you know, Victor Stanton is charged with a cold case homicide along with 3 or 4 other co-defendants. He's been in custody for around 2 years. You know, we had a couple of bond hearings. He finally posted bond, and I filed a waiver of appearance on February the 9th. My understanding is the main witness is an informant who was in the federal prison system in Mississippi, just outside Jackson, and we were scheduling a deposition for all of us to go up there. My understanding is he's been moved, so we're trying to coordinate that deposition. I don't know whether the other co-defendants have been continued. I know Mr. Harper here represents one.
Yes, Judge, I do. I wasn't aware that the
Which is your case?
My case is Marcus Snowden, Judge. He is number 70 on the docket.
Hold on just a second. Let me pull this just to make sure we're.
Judge, at the December pre-trial, before that date, we had set the deposition of the confidential informant out in March. And what had happened in the interim was that there was the possibility with the U.S. Marshals about having him transferred here so that we could do the deposition earlier. So we set it for today as sort of a status. Apparently that wasn't able to come to fruition, so we were just intending to keep the deposition scheduled for March. I was not aware that he had been removed. I don't know how that would impact the search.
You know where he's at? I mean,
I don't, but I'll work to coordinate the deposition. But we probably need to leave it. Do we have it set there?
It was, I think, first week of March, Judge.
What's that?
The deposition at that particular location was the first week of March, but again, I don't know how the change in location is going to affect him.
Maybe he just changed location today. Who knows? I don't know. I'll let you all handle that. I appreciate your efforts. I know difficult, particularly when you cross jurisdictional lines, and because states outside Florida tend not to be very responsive. Is that a nice way of saying it?
Yes, and it's a federal.
It's
the feds.
Very lesson.
You're correct.
Okay, so we'll continue just April 10th.
April 10th. Thank you, Judge.
And I'll put yours down as well, Mr. Harper. You need to bring him out and let him know that. We'll bring him out.
Yes, sir, that's okay.
Do you want Mr. Stimmett for 8 since he's out of custody?
4. Good question. You want to do them on? You want to run them on the same day? Yours is actually out. Mr. Harper's is out of custody. Whose is out of custody?
Judge, I believe all of them are now out of custody. Mine's the only one incarcerated. There's a.
Okay. You want to just do it? We'll do it on April 8th is the non-inmates.
For me?
Yeah. So
Okay.
we'll do it April 8th.
April 8th. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Mr. Harper?
Yes, Judge. I'd like to do the females first. This is number 45 on the dockets, Sierra Banks. She's before the court on a number of violations of probation as well as a new law charge. 19 CF 1454, 19 CF 1459, 21 CF 454, 22 CF 2784, and 23 CF 1170. Judge, I think we're very close to a resolution. If we can leave this up for docket day.
Is that a plea or trial? Or a plea or continue? Because last time we announced.
Yeah, I think it would be the state's intention to proceed forward with an evidentiary hearing, given the VOPs, in the event that we're not
Your
able.
Honor, yeah, Your Honor, the state would do the violation probation hearing, but I don't mind leaving it set for us to pick an evidentiary date on docket day. But in the meantime, I do believe there is something that Mr. Harper needs to discuss with this client, so hopefully we will reach a resolution on docket day. But if we don't, then the state would have an evidentiary hearing, Your Honor.
Very good.
Thank you.
And we'll schedule that on the 19th.
Yes, sir.
If necessary. Thank you.
Judge, this is Rebecca Farakis. She is number 56 on the docket. Before the court on 22 CF 2327, 23 CF 1067, and 23 CF 1351. The state and I discussed this case, Judge, and I think the state is amenable to doing one last continuance.
That's correct, Judge. The state would ask that this be the last continuance.
So it'll be really the last continuance? Did you all announce the last?
I
Judge,
apologize.
I don't think we did. I checked the minutes before.
Okay. I don't know. My notes say, but I'll give you guys.
Judge,
we're not going to force you to go to trial if you're not ready. So obviously you all are trying to work it, and we'll continue until 4:10. And this will be, I'll ask the clerk to reference in the notes, it'll be the last continuance.
Thank you, Judge.
Did we say last time was last continuance? It doesn't matter. We'll still announce the last. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that was set for 4:10.
This is G, Kathleen G, number 58 on the docket. Before the court on 23 CF 1674, 23 CF 2204, and 23 CF 2565. Judge, if we can bring her back for plea or continue, the state and I have been in discussions about possibly getting this resolved. Additionally, there's a bond hearing set for next week. So we'll hopefully get to a resolution one way or the other.
Okay, we'll continue it till docket day 219, clear condition.
spot the vote.
What's the next one?
Bivens.
Bivens.
Judge, this is Avery Bivens before the court on 23 CF 2702. If you're okay with this, sign it. And your photos here as well. 214 to 23. Judge, this is Avery Bivens. He's before the court on 23 CF 2702. At this time, he's going to withdraw his previously entered plea and enter a plea of no contest. This will be an adjudication of guilt, 2 years of probation, $515 in court costs, $150 cost of defense, 48 hours of community service work, complete an anti-theft class. There's restitution to target in the amount of $890.91. And there is no trespassing at target. Judge, I believe the state will be filing a score sheet later. Would stipulate to the filing of that. And additionally, this is not a downward departure.
And Your Honor, the state is in agreement with the plea.
Very good. Thank you. Mr. Bivens, would you raise your right hand so you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I did.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement that I see are contained in the written plea agreement. That, make sure you signed it. Did you sign?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you read this closely? Did you read the plea agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And did you go over it in detail with your attorney? Make sure you had all your legal questions answered.
Yes, Your Honor.
I want to make sure you understand what you're doing and it's free and voluntary. That's why I'm asking these questions.
I understand.
And importantly, you waive the right to go to trial, contest all this. You believe this is in your best interest?
Yes, Your Honor.
This will be a final resolution. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea. There'll be an adjudication of guilt as charged. The defendant will be sentenced to 2 years probation. The requisite court costs contained in the plea agreement, community service hours, and the restitution to target in the amount of $890.91. Of course, no trespassing at target. And I think that would be any target. It doesn't say any target, but I would just say any target. There's only one big target around here, but I would just stay away from target.
No problem.
Okay? Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you.
This way. Next is go to the
From you?
Judge, if we may approach on this.
You may.
Let us take care of you.
Okay, so we will continue this matter until 4:10 at 9 a.m. Continue to work on the discovery.
That'll be on. I'll come see you. Judge, the next person is Jimmy Clanton, number 48 on the docket, 23 CF 2522. Judge, the state and I talked about this case, and based on the facts, I think it's possible that we can resolve this on docket day. This is the first time I'd ask to set it for 219.
Clear, continue.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
What was the last name?
Clanton.
Clanton.
This.
Yes, Your Honor, we need to leave Mr. Clayton on docket.
Very good. So we'll continue this till 2:19, plea or continue at that time. Thank you.
Next is Clark. Clark?
Judge, this is Antonio Clark. He's before the court on 23 CF 2050 and 23 CF 2098. I think that this is a case that's possible to resolve on docket day. We'd like to bring him back on that day. This is Antonio Clark.
Yes, Your Honor, that is what we discussed from Mr. Clark.
Well, we'll continue this till docket day for a plea or continue on the 19th, which is Monday.
Judge, this is Michael Costin. He's before the court on 23 CF 1401 and 23 CF 1402. Judge, it's our intent to enter an open plea to the bench. We're asking you that we set this for docket day. He'll enter a plea agreement at that time. The only outstanding issue is the state and I are still in discussions about how we're going to cap that. But we intend to have that entered into on Monday and then hopefully be sentenced on Monday. If the court if the court would permit us to do that, this is a case from a legal perspective. He doesn't score. The offer in this case is Department of Corrections, but I think that if we can make our arguments about where we proceed, I think he's asking for a resolution this cycle.
So you'd be waiving it? PSI?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If the
Very
court,
good. So we'll continue this till 2:19.
and what I would say, Judge, to that is that
We're gonna, we need to make sure to give it a little time. I don't want to maybe put it toward the back of the.
if I may address that issue, Judge, in that we are requesting sentencing. If the court wants to move to a miscellaneous dates as opposed to 219, like 220 or 22nd, I don't know if that's would enable us to have a little more time. I don't think from a factual perspective this will take a very long time, but
Let's just come back on docket day and see where we're at.
Yes,
Or
sir.
when we're at.
And the state needs to confirm whether, I have spoken with the victim, but the state needs to confirm whether the victim would like to speak to Your Honor, so I'll report to the court about that on Monday.
Next is Edwards.
Edwards?
Judge, this is Eric Edwards before the court on 21 CF 1210, 21 CF 2883. Your Honor, may we approach briefly on this?
What was the?
It's Edwards, it's fine.
Counsel, we will come back on, we'll continue this till docket day, which is next Monday, 2:19, for a plea or continue.
Next is Fain.
Judge, next is Brittany Fain. He's before the court on 22 CF 1937 and 23 CF 2642. With respect to these cases, one of these is an older case. However, the newest case is the first time up. Judge, I would ask to set this for the April the 10th pretrial conference.
State.
No objection.
Court will continue this matter till 4/10 at 9 a.m. April 10th.
Next judge is Quincy Fuqua, number 57 on the docket. He's before the court on 23 CF 062. Your Honor, I believe this is the second time up. I think the only pertinent issue that's remaining is the deposition of the alleged victim in this matter. So I'd ask to continue this one cycle. Hopefully, after that deposition, I think we've provided a counteroffer. That's the state just needs the victim input to determine whether or not that's acceptable to them.
No objection.
Very good. Based upon that, the court will continue this matter until 10th of April, 9 a.m.
Golden. Judge, next is Craig Golden. He's before the court on 22 CF 256, 22 CF 288, and 22 CF 2095. Judge, as I've spoken to the state on this, one of the critical elements is that we're still waiting the results of a report from our DNA expert that we retained for an independent analysis of the evidence in this case. We don't have the results of that yet. So it's been my intent to ask to continue this one time. I think last time we had noticed this for last continuance, but I think that without that report from the DNA expert, we're not able to present a defense that would be meaningful in this case, especially with respect to that particular case. So I would ask for this to be another continuance, but I think the state might have a response to that.
Your Honor, I think the DNA relates to case number 95, the case number ending in 95. However, the state has sent out its subpoenas in the case ending in 288. The state would like to go ahead and leave this set for docket day. I've heard from the officer, and I know he'll be available. The only person I'm still waiting to hear from is the FDLE analyst. So I'll have a good idea for docket day, but at this time, I think we can go ahead and try that case first.
So, and Judge, in light of that, I think that 219 is reasonable, just to find out what the status is, and we might proceed forward on one of the cases.
Very good. We'll continue this till docket day. And the state is announcing ready for trial. And that is as to the one case, 22 CF 288, and we'll just continue those and track along with them. The other two cases, one is 22 CF 256, the other is 22 CF 2095. That's the one you're still looking for DNA?
Yes, sir.
We won't be proceeding on that, but we'll track them all together. We'll come back on 219. Okay? Thank you.
Next is Haas. Mr. Haas's number is 62 on the docket, before the court on 23 CF 2671. Judge, Mr. Haas also has another new case, 23 CF 2856, that is currently set for April the 8th. I would ask for both of those cases to be set for April the 10th and ask to continue this case to that date so they can both track together. This is the first time up on this particular case.
Are you representing him on 2856?
Yes, sir. I was recently appointed.
These are obviously very new cases, so the court will continue both of those till 10th of April at 9 a.m. Madam Clerk, did you get that case number? We'll track both of them together.
Judge, this is Mr. Jackson, number 64 on the docket. 23 CF 1887. I've spoken with the states. We would like to leave this set for plea or trial this cycle. I think the state's going to make an effort, and they can obviously make that representation, but they can make an effort to see whether or not they can get get subpoenas out in this case, and if we can come back on docket date for status.
Okay.
Can we approach Judge?
Sure.
Thank you.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath
So
and
we
body
will continue
products.
this matter
All made by
until
hand with
Dr.
natural
Day,
ingredients.
on 2/19 at 9 a.m. without subpoenas.
Get it resolved like that?
Hopefully, yes, that's the intent. Okay?
And Judge, you said without subpoenas?
Without subpoenas.
Thank you.
Next is Jane.
Jane?
Judge, this is Stephen James before the court on 21 CF 1666 and 23 CF 2715. Judge, with respect to the new law case, this is the first time up. Given the severity of this matter, I'm going to ask to set this for 410. And I intend to set this for a bond hearing on the next available court as well. So.
Okay. Very good. We'll continue this matter until 4:10 at 9 a.m.
I'll set you in for the next available bond hearing. Okay. All right.
Jenkins?
Judge, this is Michael Jenkins before the court on 22 CF 2308 and 23 CF 314. Judge, with respect to Mr. Jenkins, I'm going to ask for one last continuance after doing depositions and the nature of the change in the initial alleged narcotic and the subsequent narcotic that was determined to be the FDLE determination of what the substance was. Mr. Jenkins and I are in agreement that we're asking for an independent evaluation of that particular substance. And so what I would be requesting is a continuance to facilitate that, and hopefully we can get that done before 4:10.
Whose case?
This is my case, Judge. The state was planning on trying this cycle. We announced last continuance last time.
We didn't. So what do you?
I think that our argument with respect to the narcotics being one thing at the time of the arrest and another thing allegedly at the time of the evaluation by FDLE, that change.
Which case are we talking about?
I believe that is the first case, Judge.
The older case?
Yes, sir.
Which would be, should be 23 CF 319?
22 CF 2308.
Okay, right.
Depositions were done by previous counsel. In that case, I've done depositions with respect to the new law case, the newer of the two cases. And the only remaining concern is with respect to that particular issue, Judge.
Can I have a moment?
Oh, sorry.
Sure. I mean, a lot of these things are not, you have to look at the overall context. Certainly that's something you might want to look into, but also point out we're a year and a half into this case.
Yes, sir.
I would like to just ask on the record if defense counsel will be adopting the motion that was filed by his client for independent testing of narcotics in the other case, which is case number 314, because the state is trying to try case number 314 first. That's the one that I am trying to secure my officers for, and I would have an update for pretrial. My understanding is that there was a motion to suppress in the other case that the defendant also appealed, so I'm not sure how this court would handle that issue, but that's in the other case. The state's trying to try case ending in 314 first.
And I think Mr. Lasco is correct. We did discuss this about the motion that was filed by Mr. Jenkins, and it addressed substantively basically what I'm saying, Judge. So for purposes of
the question, though, is the case of the state after the announcement last time, the last continuance, the case that the state is ready to proceed on is the one ending with 314. Is your motion that you're asking to continue based upon?
Yes, sir.
Is that in that case or the other case?
I apologize for misstating earlier. It is in that case. And I believe
that's in which case?
314. I believe that's the case that Mr. Jenkins filed something pro se.
Okay. So there is an outstanding issue.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to take that?
I will adopt it at this time, Judge. I will adopt it at this time, and I would ask to continue to facilitate getting independent analysis of the narcotics in question.
Is this something new?
Mr. Jenkins and I have been talking about this, and given the severity of the consequences of this particular type of case, both of them, he's looking at some minimum mandatory sentences. He feels that not doing that would leave questions in hindsight and appeal to issues.
What the independent testing? Is there concern that these actually were what their state's saying they were?
I think that
I'm not asking you to give away your defense or anything. I'm just trying to understand.
In that there was a change in it, and that change necessitated a change in the maximum penalties that could be enforced. That is material as to whether or not, ultimately it's a sanction that could be imposed if he were to be found guilty at trial.
Could we approach?
Sure. I know there's still some issues, so we're gonna come back on docket day 2/19 to determine whether we're ready to go to trial or if we have one more cycle, but we're still looking at a few things that are outstanding. Okay?
Judge, the next one I think we can address as well, Mark Quan Johnson, number 67 on the docket, 23 CF 1689. I believe that Mr. Johnson is actually in federal custody.
Okay.
And we have been continuing this to find out the ultimate decision in federal court because the facts and circumstances are substantially similar. So I'm not certain if we're just going to ask to continue this to the April 10th, just as a control again.
Do we have any idea when the federal case will be resolved?
I think that you had talked to the AUSA and it was set for sentencing at one point. I apologize, I don't remember what the date is, but it had been the ultimate intention, and I don't want to misspeak for the state, is that once he received sentencing and that was confirmed with a judgment sentence, that this case would sort of be resolved.
I did speak with that AUSA, I believe in early December. He confirmed with me that he would contact me when a plea was secured. I think at the time I spoke with him, the plea was not secured yet. I will follow up with him just to make sure he hasn't forgotten. And I can keep this court informed at the next pre-trial.
Yeah, I mean, he's not even here, so it's not like any of his rights are being trampled on at this point. So, why don't we'll do a full cycle continuing, but if you'll make sure and track that at least by then, but if not sooner, and find out. It sounds like he said in December, and it sounds like there might be some sentencing either has occurred or shortly will be occurring. Hopefully we'll resolve this.
Yes, sir.
And this is with Mr. Johnson?
Yes, sir.
Johnson, yeah, Mark Quinn Johnson, 23 CF 1689.
The next one should be Deontay Knight. He's before the court on 23 CF 704, 23 CF 1515. Judge, I think there are some outstanding issues discovery-wise for depositions. I would ask to continue this to the 410 docket. Mr. Deontay Knight has also been admitted to some substance abuse treatment programs, and we're hopefully going to incorporate that into an ultimate resolution. I just need to confirm with the state that that's a viable resolution in this matter.
That's fine, Judge.
We'll grant the continuance until April 10th, 9 a.m.
Keep doing what you're doing. Judge, there are a couple of others that were not addressed. You're good to go. If I can address Rayshawn Schaffner, he's number 69 on the docket. He wasn't transported. There's still pending mental health evaluation on that. I have been in contact with his family. His mother is providing some of the medical records and school records that she has for incorporation into the analysis of this evaluation. So I'd ask to set this for 410.
That's fine, Judge.
Or we'll continue this matter until 410.
Likewise, in this Judge Reginald Washington, he was also not transported due to his behavior before the court on 23 CF 171. There's also an outstanding mental health evaluation on that case. So I'd ask to set this for 410, and I'll find out what the status is on these cases.
So we will continue until 410.
And the last one that's of a similar nature, Judge, is Jamar Hudson, number 63 on the docket, which is 23 CF 855, also pending mental health evaluation. And Mr. Hudson.
What's that number?
He's number 63 in the docket.
Okay.
And I would ask to set that for 4:10, Judge.
And the mental health eval is
Yes,
part of it,
it's already been pending. I've been in contact with his family, primarily his sister, who's been providing information to the doctor as well, Judge.
Very good. We'll continue that matter until 4:10.
And I think there is one more that's in the queue, Judge. This would be Marcus Snowden.
Okay. Snowden, Hendershot, and then 2 minutes.
Okay.
Snowden?
Snowden is number 70 on the docket, Judge. Judge, the court may recall this is the co-defendant that we addressed earlier with Mr. Stanton. Mr. Snowden has depositions tentatively set in the first week of March. Again, the court may recall that apparently the CI was moved. I'm not certain. I did not know that until this morning, literally. But I'm hoping that that does not impact the deposition date. We can find him and then just move locations. So.
Well, for this case, it's still clear cut. We'll continue until 4:10. Hopefully that discovery item will be able to get that done. We want to bring this in for resolution. I know you do too.
So,
okay.
That's all. Thank you. Hendershot.
This is Elijah Hendershot, number 60 on the docket. He is 23 CF 1967. I apologize, we're kind of jumping around because he's a juvenile and then the max. Judge, this is Mr. Hendershot. This is the first time up on Mr. Hendershot. I'm still in the process of reviewing discovery. If I can continue this to 4:10.
State.
That's correct, Judge. And for the record, I did ask our discovery department to forward discovery to Mr. Harper. Previously, it was with the PD. Mr. Harper is recently appointed, is my understanding.
Very good. We'll continue this matter until April 10th at 9 a.m. I have a Richard.
He's a max.
You have that and Craig.
He's what?
He's a max. He's coming up next.
Oh, he's coming up.
All about. That's proper. All about.
Judge, Mr. Hollowback is before the court on 22 CF 2885. This is a case that the public defender initially had that completed a substantial amount of discovery. I've spoken with Ms. Sandler, who's the prosecutor on this case, and apparently the outstanding issues we're in the process of resolving which depositions are remaining, which need to be done, as well as getting the digital copies from the public defender's office. So I'd ask to continue this to 4:10.
How many, and again, I'm not going to hold you to them, but how many more depositions are you anticipating?
When I spoke to Ms. Sandler yesterday, she said that the material ones are still outstanding, apparently. The ones that were done were secondary.
Okay. So some of the principal witnesses are still outstanding.
But
Sorry, I did speak with Ms. Sandler. She was anticipating it.
Do you know how many we're talking about?
I do not, Your Honor, but I do know that she did let me know that they do need to schedule some depositions. There are some that are left, and that she was discussing a potential plea offer. She was already doing that or going to do that with Mr. Harper, and that she would make sure he had the discovery, make sure he had an offer before the next cycle, and that the depositions would be scheduled at least before the next cycle.
I would ask that the clerk's minutes reflect that the state has indicated that they'll complete their depositions, assuming they get it scheduled.
Well, yeah, she didn't say they would be completed. She said that she would make sure they were scheduled before the next cycle.
that there would be scheduled.
Yes, and that we would have a
Okay.
deposition date.
For clarification, Judge, when I spoke to Ms. Sandler, she indicated that she would be out for most, she said that her earliest available deposition dates will probably be in April.
Okay. So it'll be scheduled by the next.
Yes, Your Honor,
Yes.
scheduled. She just wanted me to know that. She left me a note saying that she was
So
already
she
working.
did say even before then that there was an offer forthcoming?
I do believe she was gonna give him a global plea offer. That's what the notes say.
Okay. I mean, I don't know whether that's possible before the deposition, but just to let you know what's going on.
Once I receive that, I'll convey that to Mr. Hollaback.
So we'll come back, we'll continue to 410. Hopefully there'll be some progress made in the end. Okay? Thank you.
Next is Mr. Craig.
Which one's this?
This is Mr. Craig, he's number 51 on the docket, 23 CF 619. Yeah. I'm sorry. Judge, with respect to Mr. Craig before the court on 23 CF 619, the nature of this case, this is basically a cold case, and the issue that arose was that there was a DNA match. We have an independent DNA expert doing an analysis, and I'm just waiting on his results. It's the same DNA expert for the other case, Judge. I don't have a result yet for a report, and unfortunately, that's the entire substance of this particular issue is that DNA match, and that was it was a cold case. I believe it's absolutely essential to go and have that before going forward, Judge. So I'd ask to move this to 410.
Yes, Your Honor, we did discuss that.
Very good. Based upon that statement and the situation as far as discovery, the court will continue to still 410. Make sure we get that done.
Yeah. I'll talk to you about that.
Judge, I think that may be all that I have today.
Mr. Craig?
What about Amber Dale?
Amber Dale is actually out of custody. I apologize. She is present. She bonded out, Judge, I believe last week.
Sure.
She's number 53 on the docket. And I think there is another one that bonded out, number 52 as well. Miss?
I'm not sure the number, but it's Charles Crane.
That's right, Charles Crane.
And Mr. Crane is apparently here as well, so. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Did we do Charles Crane?
No, Judge,
He's out of
he also
he
bonded
bonded
out.
Okay.
This is Amber Dale. Judge, this is the first time up on Ms. Dale's case. She and I have just exchanged contact information, and she's asking to move this to 4/8. And then she'll make an appointment and we'll discuss her case.
Very good. Yeah, stay in contact with your attorney. This is first cycle, so we'll continue to 410.
Okay, thank you.
10th of April. No. April 8th, not April 10th. April 8th, because you're not in custody.
Thank you, Aaron.
Okay, thank you.
You have my card.
Charles Crane.
Charles Crane is next, number 52 on the docket. He is present. I'm your new. No, that was actually me, man.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah,
time to let her-
she's my boss.
Okay.
Judge, this is Mr. Crane. This is the first time up on Mr. Crane. I would ask to set this for 4/8 as well. I just provided my contact information, Mr. Crane.
Stay in contact with us so you can figure out where this thing's going, okay?
Yeah, I need to get, yeah. I need to-
Absolutely. So we'll continue this until 4/8.
Okay.
Make sure to meet up with him before then. obviously.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. This
So
is your
April
address?
8th is the next court hearing, okay?
Okay, and I normally reach you on April 8th?
Yep.
April 8th.
All right, yes, sir.
9 a.m.
Come on. At 9?
Yes, sir.
9 a.m.?
And Mr. Crane also has court scheduled for tomorrow. I filed a notice of cancellation that hearing date that was for tomorrow was a bond hearing to get him out. Obviously, he bonded out in the interim. So I filed a notice of cancellation, and I advised Madam Clerk of that. And
Perfect, thank you.
Because I don't need to come to work tomorrow?
you don't.
You're not going to be in court tomorrow.
Okay.
No, I think that's all I have, Judge.
Yeah, okay. Anything else before we take a break?
Your Honor, if the court's inclined, if it saves some time, I could do some waivers real quick and set them this afternoon. Should take maybe 5 minutes if that.
Okay, go ahead.
Your Honor, I've got Ginsburg Benitez, number 91 on the docket.